एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा। एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा।
एक लड़की को देखा
एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा।
Oh my god. एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा.
एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा।
तो ऐसा. एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा. Oh my god. I'm horrible. Okay. एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा.
एक लड़की को देखा तो ऐसा लगा।
Okay. Alright. Yeah. If you haven't seen my first trailer reaction, that's out there. If you want to check that out before watching this, there'll be a link in the description as well. We're here to watch Ek Ladki Ko Dekha Toh Aisa Laga. Hopefully that was closer this time. Official trailer number 2 with Anil Kapoor, Sonam Kapoor, and Rajkumar Rao. It also stars Julie Chawla. It's directed by Shelly Chopra Dar, and it's written by Ghazal Dhaliwal and Shelly Chopra Dar. Thank you to Rashi Mudalkar for making the subtitles as per usual. Thank you so much.
मैं स्वीटी का तुम्हारे साथ आज निकाह ऐलान करता हूँ।
मुसलमान के साथ शादी?
ओ बीजी, ओ देखो आमिर खान, शाहरुख खान,
सलमान खान
और डैडी उसने नहीं करनी है शादी, और लेकिन बाकी के दोनों ने तो हिंदू लड़की के साथ शादी की है।
यही सही है। अगर तुम्हें एक्सेप्ट है, मैं तुमसे शादी करूंगी। अगर तुम्हें नहीं करना, तो कोई नहीं। लाइफ में सब कॉम्प्रोमाइज करते हैं। मैं अपने परिवार के लिए इतना तो कर सकती हूँ।
स्वीटी, इट्स रबिश। तुम्हें कोई जरूरत नहीं कुर्बानी करने की।
मैंने खाना छोड़, तू जीजा पे हाथ उठा रहा है। जीजा जीजा कैसा जीजा डैडी जी? डैडी आपको क्या लगता है उसका चक्कर इस लड़के के साथ में?
मम्मी जी मुझे यहाँ से बाहर निकालो।
निकालो इनको। तेरे से ये उम्मीद नहीं थी।
मैं आपके खिलाफ कभी नहीं जाती। अगर ये बात सिर्फ मेरे बारे में होती।
तेरे फोन की तो मैं, ओ यार बचपन से देख रहा हूँ मैं तुझे। तूने पूरे परिवार की बेइज्जती करानी है, अपना नहीं कम से कम डैडी का तो सोच ले। लेकिन तेरा ना अब मुझे कुछ करना ही पड़ेगा।
तुझसे चाहे जो भी कर लो, मैं नहीं चुप रहूंगी। बहुत चुप रहेगी।
क्या कोई है यहाँ जो तुम्हारे सपोर्ट में खड़ा है? है कोई?
Stylistically, this is very, very interesting because it feels more like old school, even though I haven't watched it. That's very symbolic. Stylistically, for me, I preferred the previous trailer, but I understand what they're going for here with this trailer. It's almost throwback in the style because it's a sort of heightened drama. It's melodramatic is what it is. I still really want to watch it, even saying that. It feels like it's kind of appealing to the people who are used to those kinds of films. I like that because you're reaching I think a broader audience. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think there's a wider swath of people that still very much enjoy those films. That's, I feel like, what this is sort of aimed at in terms of its style. I'm not used to seeing Rajkumar Rao in these kinds of movies. I'm used to seeing him more, at least just from him, like his performances are usually like grounded, and so around him, the story around him is also more grounded. Like my first exposure to him that I can recall is I think it's called Trapped, where he was trapped inside that apartment. And then everything I saw of him after that, it's like, it's a very grounded performance. And so this entire film feels kind of heightened in terms of the way everyone's behaving and acting and everything like that. Overall, I still really, really appreciate the message of what the story is sending, and I think that it's a very powerful message. For a long time, there's been a stigma. So there's still a stigma around it, even though there shouldn't be anymore. I saw this video the other day with Dr. Shashi Tharoor, and I was looking at potential other things to react to, and I just decided to watch one of his videos for my own entertainment. It was called something like Best Mic Drop Moments or something like that, and there was this British interviewer talking to him about how homosexuality is treated in India right now. And he comes back with, for the longest time, we were actually cool with it. It wasn't until you Brits came along and gave us your rules that homosexuality became illegal. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's actually, what happened, and it's just a legacy of that, why there is this negative association with it. But I just thought that was an interesting tidbit, assuming that he's, accurate with that information. This was also a shorter trailer than before, but it seems like they came at it at a completely different angle, because the previous trailer, the first trailer was more from Rajkumar Rao's perspective and kind of what he went through, whereas this was sort of broad and tried to make it mysterious, as if you haven't seen the first trailer, which is kind of funny. Like, I feel like everyone's seen the first trailer if they're watching this one. My favorite thing about it was the last shot, that symbolism of her being trapped in that glass and that feeling. I saw this video a while back of this kid on Facebook where he came out to his mom. And I don't normally get choked up on stuff like that, but that kind of imagery, for some reason, it just makes me really upset, and I feel bad for these people who feel trapped in that they can't share who they really are with their family because their family rejects basically what they are. Their family rejects them as a person. In this Facebook video, for those of you who are curious, it was this kid who must have been like 13 or 14. I may have mentioned this on the channel before.
Something about school? Something about your own personality?
I don't know.
Nothing you could tell me that I would never stop loving you for, huh? You know that. What is it? Is it something about your personality?
I guess so.
What is it? I might know anyway.
Guess.
No, I don't want to guess. I want you to tell me. That boys or girls? You gay? It's okay, hon. I knew you were. I knew you were, hon. Shut it.
But he lives in the deep south, based on the accent, is what I heard. But he couldn't even get the words out, and his mom just knew, and he started crying. I started crying. I'm like, we're all crying. And when I saw her in the glass case, I'm like, oh geez, that sucks so much. Just that feeling of, I mean, this could be called trapped. There's this other interesting angle going on here where it seems like they're doing a stage play. It's almost like a story within a story kind of thing, which is always neat. I've not that you guys care, but I've written stories like that, and it's neat to see how the story within the story is more truthful oftentimes than the actual story going on in terms of what it's revealing about the characters. I mean, that's often the point of a story within a story. For someone like me who's watched so many movies and watched so many trailers, I feel like the trajectory of the film is quite obvious. At the end of the day, you want Anil Kapoor to accept his daughter just like Rajkumar Rao easily did. At least that's how it appears in the movie, is that Rajkumar Rao easily gets where Sonam Kapoor is coming from and tries to shepherd her through this difficult journey that she's got. He tries to help just be there for her. Of course, her whole family rejects her, but at the end of the day, the people you care about most accepting you is your mom and dad. I mean, you don't care about anyone else, how they feel about you. It's like, it's your mom and dad that have to accept you. And so ideally, by the end of the movie, Anil Kapoor, because I mean, that's what's most prominent, not her mom, but her father. Anil Kapoor accepts her for who she is. Obviously, that's where the film's gonna go. But the reason why you go watch this isn't because of the ending. It's because of, you know, how does he get there? Like, what is it exactly that helps to carry him over that mountain that is difficult for him? It's his own challenge, because if you grow up in a society that shuns this idea and it's shameful, how do you eventually get over it? What makes you turn? And hopefully, this film does a lot to inspire anybody who watches it to be more accepting, because if this is your family, it's like, it's one thing to watch it and it's remote and it's not part of you and it's not your problem, but it's a whole other thing to deal with if it's actually part of your family and it's actually something you're dealing with. Just by sheer coincidence, I went to a film graduation recently, and I have to keep the details kind of vague because this information I'm about to talk about isn't like public yet. But essentially, it was a fan of the channel, and he invited me to see his film at his film graduation, and I went to go watch it. And it dealt with a similar subject matter, and I told him, like, you know, even though there were technical issues, the story, like, it really touched my heart, and it was a similar story about this woman who's oppressed, and is actually based on a true story, and she runs off to be with her lover, and she has to basically abandon her family in order to be with her lover. And I think that at the end of the day, even though you have that person who is, you know, your significant other, you still really care deep down inside about your family accepting you, like who you are and what you you know, your lifestyle that you didn't necessarily choose. That's just, it was chosen for you. Like you were just born that way. You don't choose these things. Like it just happens. Anyway, for sure, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna check it out, and I hope you guys do as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please be honest, be verbose. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about it, and if you plan to watch it. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby KOAY. Peace out.